Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new season and a brand new episode of Reading to You. Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Reading to You. Today I'm bringing to you a book I have truly binge read during the lockdown. It's called the Etymologicon by Mark Frossith, and the book is bylined as a circular stroll through hidden connections of the English language. Mark is also popularly called the Inky Fool, and basically etymology, to explain to all of you, is understanding the science of language, how words came to be, and trying to decipher their genesis and tracing their history. This particular book is an etymologist or an etymology interest-keeping person's dream. It's full of such magnificent histories and stories that you'll listen to a word and say, really? That's how it came into existence? That's how we know that phrase? Mark beautifully in this book connects every chapter's ending to the beginning of the next chapter. I would like to have a brain vacation in his head if I could after reading this book. It illustrates some of the most simple things that you have read across history, the words you use on a daily basis, devastating or bread or jeans and sun. How did all of these words come into play and how do they dictate our lives? For example, I'm going to read to you one of the chapters that he writes about that term that you've heard over and over again, humble pie, right? Please eat my humble pie. Is the humble pie really humble? Mark decodes it when he says there are two sort of guests, welcome and unwelcome. The host is not permitted to tell you which you are, though he may give you a clue. If your host cooks you a nice hot dinner, you're probably welcomed. If he gives you yesterday's leftovers, for example a cold shoulder of mutton, then he probably wishes you shouldn't have come around. It could have been worse though. He could have made you eat a humble pie. Humble pie is made using the umbles or inwards of a deer. Here's a recipe from Nathan Bailey's Dictionarium Domesticum of 1736. Boil the umbles of a deer until they are very tender, set them till they are cold, and chop them as small meat for minced pies, and shred them as much as the 6 large apples and a half a pound of currants, and the recipe goes on. Of course, the umbles are the worst part of the deer. After a hard day's stag hunting in those days, a rich man will dine on venison. Only his servants beneath the stairs would have to make to do with the umble and therefore humble pie. Did you know that? I've heard so many people use the word or the phrase humble pie. Please eat my humble pie. It's just simple food. But really, what did it mean? It comes from the trajectory of the hunting culture and whatever is left over to be considered to be the humble serving for the humble servant. I love that. He also mentions in the book some pretty interesting facts. For example, did you know that the writer John Milton actually invented most of the words we use today? Milton adored inventing words. When he couldn't find the right term, he just made one up. Impassive, obtrusive, jubilant, loquacious, unconvincing, satanic, persona, fragrance, sensuous, undesirable, disregard, damp, criticize, irresponsible, lovelorn, exhilarating, unaccountable, incidental, and cooking, all are the words John Milton invented. When it came to inventing words, Milton actually invented the word wording too. This book is not only a beautiful collection of the language we speak and the finer fabrics that weave it, but also is full of humor. You're going to laugh your way till the last page, and I highly recommend getting the Etymologicon. Enjoy reading and tell me which word surprised you the most.